Peace. What's the word, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Thursday, man. June 2nd. Y'all see the subject matter, man. We talking about black people being too quick, man, to put their own on blast, man. And this stems from a conversation that I had with a client yesterday, man. We was building on just supporting black businesses and things that we need to stop doing as a people, as a culture, you know, in regards to the way we so quick to run to social media, run to public platforms to put each other on blast, man. We got to stop doing that. We got to learn how to better handle our situations, man, in private. We too quick to publicize the issues that we have with black businesses, with establishments that hire predominantly black people. We gotta stop doing that, man. We have got to stop doing that. CJ, peace, what's happening? Just peace, what's the word? Ray Sean, peace. TZ, peace. My brother Antonio, what's the word? And that conversation, it was a nice build, and I feel like we both ended up bringing up, real decent points, man. And I just want to bring some of those points to the surface, man. It's just some things that we do, and I feel like a lot of it is unconscious. We don't even realize what we are actually doing. And y'all know things about the Stockholm syndrome, man. Y'all know all that good stuff, man. All the good history surrounding the psychology of our people. So we don't have to dive into that. We just gonna point out some things that a lot of people are doing. And I feel like a lot of people, like I said, are doing these things unconsciously, man. So we gotta bring it to the surface so people can realize what's really going on and what they really doing out here and how it is detrimental to the evolution and elevation of black people. Because we striving to elevate, we striving to evolve. That's what life is all about. That's what life should be about. But a lot of times our actions don't align with that reality. But I'm gonna give people about another minute or so, man, to tap in, man. How everybody doing? What's the word? How this Thursday treating y'all, man? Hopefully y'all ain't, what I'm saying, getting too much in y'all feelings. I came at the whole hoochie daddy short situation, and a lot of dudes got emotional. Dudes got mad, got upset about that. That's the world we living in, man. I talk about the hoochie daddy shorts. Like, this is really no joke. Like, dudes really out here pushing that. Dudes really out here embracing that, So that's really a thing. I talks about it and dudes get mad. JFW, peace, what's happening? I mentioned it and dudes straight getting their feelings. But I could talk about black women all day and dudes ain't got nothing to say. If anything, they praising me when I do that, but then I talk about some shorts and now everybody want to, what I'm saying, dudes want to get in their feelings, dudes want to get emotional. Very, very interesting. I can talk, I can speak negatively about black women all the time. I've done that. So we can experiment with this. I can say some negative things about black women. It's cool, but the moment I criticize their shorts that they like, they want to jump on my head. Man, seriously. Like, come on, man. It ain't even that deep, man. People criticize things I do, criticize things I do all the time. People criticize my opinions, my perspectives, my taste in music all the time. I let it ride. You know, I told you I'm not one of those politically correct individuals. If I don't like something, if I don't like somebody, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If you feel some type of way, cool. You ain't gotta agree with everything that I'm saying. Most people don't. But man, don't get over that. Don't be getting overly emotional about it, man, because that's the same thing y'all criticize these women for. So y'all acting just like these women that y'all criticize, and I must point that out. If somebody says something that you don't necessarily agree with and don't like, and you get all up in your feelings, again, that's an emotional trait. I have the right to speak on what I want to speak on. It's my platform, so I'm gonna do that. I don't go on anybody. You cannot find me on anybody else's platform, all in the comments in my feelings. You will not find that. I don't do that. I use my platform to speak my piece. That's it. So if you feel some type of way, get on your platform and speak your piece. So again, you will be hard pressed to find me in somebody else's comment section in my feelings, overly emotional over something that they said. Hard pressed to find that. You would be very hard pressed to find that. Back in the day, you may have found that. But nowadays, man, you're not gonna find me doing that. So again, man, I always find that to be funny. These same dudes that's walking around criticizing women, saying that they overly emotional, they unstable. As soon as you say something they don't like, they get all in their feelings, and the logic and the rationale is out the window. So again, you know different from that woman that you are criticizing in regards to being overly emotional, not being able to control and tame those emotions just because somebody says something that you don't like. Come on, man. People criticize a lot of things that I do on a daily basis, man. And y'all don't see me getting in my feelings and commenting on everybody post. Like, I'm gonna let it ride, man. I'm gonna let it ride. Jasmine, peace. What's happening? Chris, what's happening? Leo, peace. What's the word? Peace. My brother Malik, what's happening? Thunder, peace. What's the word? Antonio, for sure. And this is something that I'm about to talk about in reference to black people being too quick to put our own on blast. That's what I was talking about. And I use my industry as a prime example. Prime example, a lot of times, rightfully so, because you got a lot of male trainers that be doing some weird things, man, that be creeping out here. I work with a few of them. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of male trainers that's creeps. So rightfully so. If you come, if you are a sister and you come across a male trainer that's on some creepy vibes, hey, warn your sisters. You know what I'm saying? Do that. You know what I'm saying? Do that. But a lot of times too, what doesn't get discussed is you do have some male trainers that's creeps, but then you also have some women that seek out these male trainers, and they seeking out that attention of that trainer. You know what I'm saying? So you do have that flip side as well in this industry. So a lot of times that doesn't get discussed as well. A lot of times they just focus, they focus on the creeps, the male trainers that's the creeps, but they're not focusing on the clients that's trying to throw it at them. That's actually out here too. But the example that I was bringing up yesterday to my client when we was having this build, I was talking about, it's crazy in a lot of these industries, you would see individuals, they can't wait to put a trainer on blast. Oh, I went to such and such and he was trying to do X, Y, and Z. But I told him, I said, how many times have you got on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere where I'm active? How many times have you got on there and heard somebody make a status about my professionalism? Not saying that, you know what I'm saying, not talking bad about my clients, not talking bad about the people that I train, but that's not the norm. You know what I'm saying? We only quit to rush to social media when something bad happens. That's when we ready to talk about a business. That's when we ready to talk about an establishment, a black business. When we get great service, when we get good customer service, very rarely do we run to social media and talk about it. Very rarely are you about to hear somebody say, man, I train with such and such, man, and dude don't be trying anything weird. Dude nice, dude's professional. You're not gonna hear that often. But the one time you slip up and do something that's unprofessional, all Facebook gotta know. Everybody on Instagram gotta know. You know, you go to a fast food establishment, and it's crazy. You go to a fast food establishment where it's predominantly black people working there. The one or two times, listen, you go to fast food establishments all the time. I know how y'all eating out here. Y'all go to fast food establishments every day. And most of these fast food establishments that you go to have black people working in there. So like the one time that you have a bad experience, that's when you want to put them on blast. But the 50, 60 times you went to these fast food restaurants and they gave you good service, they didn't mess up your order, you know, they greeted you properly, you don't want to say anything, you don't want to rush to Facebook. But the one time that you go there and some people got an attitude, you want to jump on Facebook and say, I'm getting sick of these fast food people. I didn't tell you to work here. I didn't tell you to apply for this job. But where you at? Where is that energy when you having good service? I know you done went to a fast food place and got good service. Back when I used to go to fast food places, I got plenty of great service from them young brothers and sisters. It wasn't all bad. It wasn't all good. But we don't highlight the good. We only want to jump on platforms when it's time to talk bad about our folks. That's it. That's what we want to do. And that's ridiculous, man. We got to stop doing that, man. We have got to stop doing that. Man, I didn't work in retail. I wasn't always perfect. I worked in the bank, man. I know I slipped up a few times. I know I gave people more than I should have given them. You know what I'm saying? I know I shorted people a few times. It happened. You know what I'm saying? It happens, man. It happens. So this dude been working in fast food. You know what I'm saying? You order number 120, and he messed up your order, but he got 119 of them right. But now you want to put that whole establishment on blast, man. Come on, man. We gotta chill, man. We gotta chill. Levi, peace, peace. Appreciate that donation. Darrell, peace. What's happening? Magic, peace, peace. What's happening, everybody? Everybody's tapped in. Lonzo, peace. Montel, peace. Thunder, where you say, what about people who have been hurt and from their trauma, they think something done, be it innocent, is taken the wrong way? You ever come across or hear about things like that? Oh, for sure. For sure. Now, if I'm interpreting this correctly, let me break it down one more time. What about people who have been hurt from their trauma and they think something, okay, I got you. Okay, so people that have been traumatized, man, matter of fact, I had a conversation like that the other day as well. People that have been traumatized, so you did something that was essentially harmless, but it was a trigger for them. And they reacted negatively to something that you was doing that was harmless, but it was a trigger to them. Is that what you're talking about, my brother, Thunder? If I'm interpreting that correctly. People that have been traumatized, like something may have happened to them. So, like, for example, if you like a friendly person and you like to give hugs, but like somebody that been traumatized, they've been molested, and like a hug is like the person that molested them always gave them hugs. So when you reach for a hug for them, they like reacted in a negative manner because it was a trigger for them, but you meant no harm, something like that. You know, when it comes to things like that, communication is everything. Like when it comes to a situation like that, communication is everything. But that's one of the main reasons why I don't move like that. Like I don't know what triggers a person. So I always keep my distance. Like I don't get up close and personal on people, man. Like I don't do that. Like that's why I definitely keep my distance. Like it's hard for me to ignite some type of trigger, man. It's hard for me to ignite some type of reaction because I keep my distance. Like I keep my distance. For the most part, when you dealing with a situation like that, the trigger is going to be something physical, like you reaching towards them, trying to shake their hand, something like that. Like I don't do any of that. Like I keep my distance because I'm keeping all of that in mind. Because you never know what people have been through, so I just keep my distance. I speak my piece. When you come in, I salute you. You know what I'm saying? I do something like that. I ain't trying to shake your hand. I ain't trying to give you no hug. None of that. Keep my distance because you just never know. Like people will take things the wrong way. So I don't do anything physical with anybody. Whether when it's a client type of, you know what I'm saying, I don't do none of that. No. I might shake your hand, like if it's the homeboy, so I might shake your hand, rub elbows, something like that. But other than that, we keeping it distance. We don't have time for that. Trio piece, what's happening? Just for show. They definitely reject balance. Like I said, man, I'm telling you, like all the black establishments you didn't patronize. You mean to tell me you didn't have bad experiences at all of them? Like that's unrealistic, man. That's unrealistic for me to believe that. You know. But again, like I said, we quick to highlight the bad experiences. Again, you go to fast food places every day. I know you go to fast food places every day because that's what's happening. That's what's keeping these joints in business. You know, that's how they making their money. So I know we going to these fast food places every day. And I know we dealing with young brothers and sisters every day. I know we dealing with. But how often do you hear somebody get on Facebook and say, "Man, I went to this Burger King and them brothers and sisters in there were very nice." You know, and we gotta and again, another thing that we have to stop doing. We have to stop making it seem like these other cultures and ethnic groups give the best service known to man. Like you have never had any bad service elsewhere. Listen, I have had bad service from white establishments. I have had bad service from Asian establishments. I've had bad service from African establishments, even though we one in the same. I've had bad service from Arab establishments, man. I didn't have bad experiences with all groups of people. Now, again, we dealing in proximity. So if you living in a predominantly black neighborhood, 9 times out of 10, when you go to a store, it's going to be predominantly black people in there working. So of course, you are more than likely to have more bad experiences with your own people because that's where you are going the most. So if you stayed in a predominantly white neighborhood, guess what? You keep on going to these predominantly white stores, you are going to eventually have a problem. Come on, man, it's stats, man. It's stats, but people act like they have bad experiences every day when they live on the black side of town. That's false, man. That's false, man. Like people be talking about DMVs and all that. Man, the last few times I done had to go, like that's a stigma that's attached to a lot of to black folks, man. Like when they work in the DMV in the black neighborhoods, man. The last few times I done went to the DMV, I have not had any problems dealing with the sisters that they swear have attitudes there. Yeah, I've had a bad experience or two, but the last few times I done went to the DMV and had to deal with my license and things like that, man, I was in and out of there. It wasn't even a problem. It wasn't a problem at all. But we not quick to acknowledge that. We're not quick to highlight that. But the moment we go to the other side of town and we have a decent experience, we like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they treat me like this. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like I can't really stand that. We need to stop doing our people like that, man. Seriously, because like I said, I've had good experiences in DMVs. I had good experiences in fast food restaurants back in the day when I went from my own people, man. I done had good experiences, man. I done had good customer service. I done had good customer service everywhere. I done had bad customer service everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like it's not. Come on now, come on. Oh, just for show, man. Don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started by the lack of emotional control that dudes are possessing. You know what I'm saying? Like we have got to chill. We have got to chill. We have got to learn how to chill, man. We have got to learn how to chill, man. We have got to do that. But we not doing that, man. Like again, we gotta learn how to better handle our problems, man. Better handle conflicts, like what Justice talking about. Like sheesh, you was killed by the thugs you love. Like what's up, man? We gotta learn how to better communicate our feelings and whatnot. You know, we are doing a terrible job at that. Like what I talked about when I mentioned the hoochie daddy shorts. You know what I'm saying? And dudes out here getting BBLs and mugs overlook what I said because they got emotional. I talked about dudes getting BBLs. That's a fat transfer. That's not weight loss surgery. And that's the way somebody came at me. Like I was talking about dudes getting weight loss surgery. Like, nah, I said dudes are getting BBLs. BBLs and weight loss surgery are not the same thing. So it's like that was an emotional response, without them fully looking at what it was that I actually typed. Like all you had to do was read what I typed, and there's no way you could have misunderstood that. So that's the world that we live in, man. So we gotta get these emotions under control, and as much as I rock with my brothers, man, we claim to have our emotions under control and deal with logic, but for real, how many of us are actually operating like that? How many of us men, black men specifically, because that's who I am, that's what I am. How many of us are actually practicing emotional control, emotional stability? How many of us are actually putting that into motion? How many of us can actually how many of us can actually be online and see a black woman say something that we don't agree with and not go off on her, not overreact, not respond emotionally? How many of us can actually do that? A lot of people claim they can, but then when you read the comments, it's not happening. So man, we just gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. We gotta do better as a people, man. We too quick to put our own on blast. We too quick to want to fight our own. We too quick to want to pull out the gun on our own. Like we just too quick to do these things to ourselves, man. We gotta chill. We gotta chill, man. We gotta start highlighting the positives a lot more because the positives are out here. Like Montel talked about, like I pride myself on my customer service, man. I pride myself on that. I ain't no creepy trainer dude out here, so I pride myself on that. But people not gonna talk about that. They would only talk about me if I did something creepy. So the fact that y'all not hearing anything about me when it comes to customer service is actually a good thing, which is sad. But the moment that I was doing something creepy, the whole world gonna know. And I feel like that's messed up instead of the whole world knowing that, hey, the brother is professional. You know what I'm saying? The brother is professional. The brother don't do X, Y, and Z, keeps his distance. Like this is what's up. But again, like I said, the moment they come across a trainer that's foul, trying to touch all on them, boom. And rightfully so, like I said, you should warn some people about that. Because that's creepy. But let's also highlight the ones that's out here displaying positive customer service, man, or that good customer service. Let's highlight that. Let's talk about that as well, man. I feel like that goes under the radar. We overlook that. We got to stop doing that. Terenzo, my brother, peace. What's happening? So we got to do a better job, man. We have got to do a better job at that, man. Especially when it comes to supporting our own, man. Because you got to think about it. When you put that black business on blast, man, you might be you might be harming them. And it could have been a very unintentional like mistake or error that was committed. You know, easily. But now you didn't put them on blast, and now you hurting the business. Like, come on, man. Handle that in private, man. You had a problem. Get the people contact information, or just go back up to the store and you you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Go back up to the establishment and you confront the person that you have the problem with. Seriously. We got to understand, like, listen, you going back up to the people to confront them in the physical, man, that may actually work wonders for them, man. They may actually implement some changes based off of you having that conversation, you know? Kevin Peace, what's happening? You say ways to prevent hair loss. Hey man, like I say, just going plant-based, drinking your water, things like that, eating your fruits and vegetables. That's it. I ain't really got anything complicated for that. Mario Peace, what's happening? Oh yeah, for sure. And the Mario, like I said, we got to do a better job of highlighting the ones that are solid. So again, like I feel like this is part of my problem. I feel like the good kid piece, what's happening. I feel like the reason why we don't have many solid people is because the world doesn't highlight the solid folks enough. So when people start seeing individuals get praise and get credit for being solid, you're gonna start seeing more of it. Right now, people don't even feel like it's a benefit to be solid because it doesn't get highlighted, it doesn't get rewarded. People don't talk about it. They only talk about it when you do something weird and creepy and negative. So again, if we start highlighting the solid folks a lot more, then you will see more solid people because people gonna pay attention. The youth gonna pay attention. They gonna say, "Oh, okay, cool." They talking about this person, and all they doing is being respectable, being righteous, being solid, being professional. We gotta highlight that more. We gotta highlight it more, man. That's on us to do that because we are the ones that's having these experiences. So when we have a good experience, we gotta make sure we highlight it, man. We gotta make sure we do it. Terrell, peace, what's happening? Ruben, peace, what's the word? Slaps and traps, peace, what's happening? So we gotta do a better job, man. And along with that, like part of the conversation that I had with the brother yesterday, with my client yesterday, man, we were just talking about, and I've always talked about this, but we were just talking about just supporting the independent black businesses, man, and just understanding economics. Understanding the fact that, listen, if I come out with a shirt, I can't charge Walmart prices. You know, so when I come out with a shirt and you see that the shirt $30, $40, man, don't criticize my prices, man, because you should already know what I'm doing. You should already listen. It's costing me $15, $20 to make the shirt. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to generate some profit. You know what I'm saying? We trying to liberate ourselves. We trying to free ourselves. I can't charge you $10 for this shirt because then I'll be in the negative. Like this, that would be dumb. That would be bad business. You know. So again, if you got a partner that got a clothing brand, clothing line, and they just asking you to buy a $30, $40 shirt one time, like what's the big deal? You finna spend $30, $40 on some food that's killing you. So how is it gonna hurt you to spend $30, $40 on a shirt one time just to support your partner, support the brand? That's what it's all about. The more people that we get to support these folks, then the lower the prices can become. You know, but every time somebody gets online and say, man, they try to charge me $30, $40 for this shirt or $45, $50 for this hoodie, I'm not paying that. And you put them on blast, it's like, come on, man, what are we doing? If you can't afford something, that's one thing. Just move on. You know what I'm saying? Just don't purchase it. But you don't have to tear people down. You don't have to tear the prices down, man. Like you don't have to do that. Like if you can't afford a product, if you can't afford a service, then leave it at that. Say, you know what I'm saying? I can't afford this. If my circumstances change, maybe I'll come back and holler at you. If you can't afford something, move on, man. Don't start talking bad about the prices, man. Don't do that. Because again, y'all already know, hey, with designer clothes, man, y'all spending $500, $600 on something on a shirt that just got a logo in the corner. But y'all, it's $500 because of the brand. But you were spending on that because it's designer. You know what I'm saying? We got women out here spending $500, $600 on some hair and whatnot when they natural hair would have been just fine. But the partner asking them to spend $40 on a shirt, and that's a problem. See, that's the type of stuff that I have a problem with. You know what I'm saying? You will go into these Arab establishments because they own a lot of these beauty supply stores and the Asians. You will go in there and spend hundreds, easy, quick, fast. But you got a homeboy, a homegirl with a shirt, clothing line, and shirt $30, and you like, hold on. We ain't asking no questions when it comes to these other products, these other services, these other industries that these other ethnic groups control and own. But when it comes to our own, now all of a sudden the price is too high. All of a sudden now the price is too high. Come on, man. Like that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous, man. You not questioning these other folks. You just know you simply can't afford something and you moving on. Just that simple. Just that simple. Just in peace, what's happening? Just at all. And it's just that simple for me. If I got the money and if I rock with what you're doing and I rock with the cause, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna support whatever it is that you have to offer. J Peace, what's happening? Simple. I may not even, man, listen, like I said, I have bought shirts from folks, have never worn a shirt. I supported the cause, I supported the people. And I had the money on me at the time. Never wore the shirt, but I'm supporting the cause. All I'm doing is buying a shirt one time. That's it. This shirt, $30 is one-time purchase. It ain't like it's reoccurring, and I got to put my debit card on file, and this $30 is going to come out every month or every 2 weeks. No, I made one purchase. I bought this shirt one time. That's all I needed to do. I supported it. Society, peace, what's happening? I don't understand. Like, it was either I'm going to buy this shirt or I'm not going to buy the shirt. I'm not about to be like, oh, that's too expensive, and then get on social media and start talking about it. I even get that some of the time with my services, man, my personal training. And I know for a fact that I have reasonable prices because I know what other people are charging. So I be having to ask people, man, like, what do you think I'm supposed to charge? You know what I'm saying? Like for my training, what do you think my time is worth? Mugs out here trying to get the minimum wage to increase. People out here not satisfied with their hourly pay, but yet they want me to train them for 1 hour and charge them $10. But they wouldn't be satisfied for working for $10 an hour. So why you want me to work for $10 an hour? Please make that make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Please, like, make that make sense to me. You want me to work for $10 an hour, but you don't want to work for $10 an hour. Doesn't make much sense. Doesn't make much sense, man. You know, black people always, you know what I'm saying? We tend to look out for the discount when it comes to dealing with our own, especially when the people know you. Like, that's sick. Don't do that. Matter of fact, I might give the homeboy more money. Like I might like if they got a shirt, and I've done this. If it's somebody that I personally know and we cool, if they charging 30 for something, I might give them 40. So I might give the person I know more. I'm not looking to get something for free. I might spend more with them. I might give them a tip because we cool. That's how that's supposed to go. You're not supposed to look for the discount because you know the person. Man, if anything, you're supposed to get that person extra. That's how I'm functioning. Like, oh, bet, man, we've been knowing each other. You know what I'm saying? We've been knowing each other for 15 years, and you got this shirt. How much you want? 40. Here go 50. Keep the change. That is how you. That is how we supposed to operate. But we operate the total opposite. Oh man, I've been knowing you 15 years, man. Go ahead, give me that shirt for free. You know I'm good for it. What? Like seriously? Like, come on, man. What sense does that make? What sense does that make, man? You don't want to work for $10 an hour, but you want somebody else to work for $10 an hour. Please make that make any sense to me, man. Like we out here striving to charge what we worth, and we know what we worth. You know that's why some of us left corporate America because they wasn't getting close to paying us what we are worth. So we said we gonna do our own thing, and now you trying to shortchange me? Like, come on now. You should be happy, man. You should be like, man, I see a young brother doing his own thing. We need this to succeed. That's how I feel like. That's how I feel when I see black businesses, man, on the come up. I need you to succeed. Because if you succeed, there will be more of us succeeding. There will be more of us. Like if I succeed with my gym, then there are going to be a lot of other young black men and young black women come up opening gyms. So I need to succeed. If they see this gym fail, then they're gonna be like, I don't think I want to do that. So I have to succeed. I have to succeed. So that's the way I look at the situation, man. You know, when I look at a small black business and I see them, you know what I'm saying, up and coming, I'm like, come on, man, we gotta succeed. We gotta succeed. They gotta make it. And I'm gonna try to do everything in my power to see to it that they succeed, that they make it. It's crucial, man. It is crucial. So we gotta do much better with the support out here, man. We gotta do much better with the support. Justin for sure, always always, man. And it's sad actually. It's sad. Just for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like service like that, definitely tip. RJ for sure. And man, I was reading in this marketing book, right? I was reading about that in that marketing book that I recommended to you all yesterday. Influence is your superpower. And they talked about the time and they talked about like all you have to do is ask. You know what I'm saying? And they talked about a situation where Shaquille O'Neal, was eating at this restaurant. And they talked about how generous Shaquille O'Neal is with the tips. If he receives good service, he tends to tip nicely. You know, and they was talking about one experience he had at a restaurant where he loved the service. And he asked the waitress, you know, how much do you want for the tip? And the waitress said $4,000 for the tip. And Shaq said, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine that. Just imagine that. You know, just imagine that. Imagine that you out here, you serving somebody like Shaquille O'Neal, man. You provide that good customer service, and they ask you how much you want. You jokingly be like 4,000. They be like, all right, bet. Like just imagine that, man. I'm telling you, good service gets you a long way in life. Gets you a long way in life, man. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Good service gets you a long way in life. Terenzo for sure. She probably was was it mind boggling? She was dumbfounded. But yeah, that situation was crazy when I read that about Shaq, man. They asked how much You know what I'm saying? They asked how much you want, and she said 4,000, and that's what Shaq gave him for the tip. Imagine that, man. Imagine that. But the whole premise of that was like not being afraid to ask, and like sometimes if you want something, you just gotta ask for it. Don't be afraid to ask. You know, and hey, a lot of times we had that problem, and I feel like, and not even with asking, but I feel like a lot of black people when they go in business for themselves, they had a problem of short shortchanging themselves in regards to their prices. You can't be afraid to set some high prices, man. If you feel like you are the master of your craft, you can't be afford to set your prices reasonably high. Can't be afford to do that. If you know you provide good quality service and you know you got top notch product, don't shortchange yourself, man. Don't shortchange yourself. Like don't do that was one of the first pieces of advice that I got. I got that from another brother that had a renovation business and whatnot. RIP to the brother, man. He just passed recently. But that was the first piece of advice that I got, man. Dude was like, make sure you charging enough. Don't shortchange yourself. Terrell, my brother, peace. Appreciate the super sticker for sure. But yeah, that was one of the first pieces of advice that I got. Don't be afraid, man. If you in the writing business and man, and you wrote a book and you feel like this is the best book on the planet in regards to that subject matter, charge accordingly. Don't feel like, oh man, this is too high. My people ain't gonna be able to afford it. Listen, the people that ain't able to afford it, that's not who you doing it for. Seriously, we gotta get out of our mind, out of our heads with that, man. If you providing a service and you feel like you one of the best to do it, which you should feel like it, because you mastering your craft on a daily basis, charge accordingly. Charge accordingly. If people don't like your prices, oh well. You know what I'm saying? Oh well. Like, don't do that. Don't be out here trying to discount your prices before you even get started. Don't even do that. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Do not do that. Joy the Serpent, you say, do you have a book that's relatable to this? Now, when you say relatable to this, are you talking about the business aspect that I'm talking about? But man, do not be afraid to charge what you are worth, man. Like that's a lot of people make that mistake. And honestly, that's not one of the main reasons businesses fail, but that's a big reason, man. People not charging enough. People not charging enough. JP's peace, appreciate the super stick. Oh yeah, Joe, man, I got a ton of business books. One of my favorite business books, y'all know that's actually what I went to school for. Again, we know schooling don't really mean much, but I actually cared about the marketing aspect, so I did do a lot of research on my own. The book that I recommended yesterday, "Influence is Your Superpower." I think I may have it. I may have it over here, man. I may have it, and I'll bring it back up. Jay, appreciate that super sticker for sure. This is a good book, man. "Influence is Your Superpower." I got another book right here too. Um, Let me throw this book up here real quick. "Beyond Order: 12 More Rules for Life." Um, but one of my favorite books is "Blue Ocean Strategy." That's a very good book. And if you follow the career of Nipsey Hussle, he rocked with a book heavily, I think by Jonah Berger, "Contagious." That's a pretty good book. "Persuasion." That's another good book. And then if you in the marketing field also, if you looking to find ways to market, here go another good one, "Cashvertising." You know what I'm saying? This is another powerful one. And there's another book if you are in the beginning stages of starting a business. It's a book called "Start Here." STARTHERE. Start Here. That's another good one. I got a lot of business books, man. I keep a lot of business books on deck, you know, because we got to master business. We got to master the business side of things, man. We got to do that, you know. And I feel like that's one of our problems as a people. And I'm talking about black people here. See, we be good, like as far as talent and skill, we be having the talent and the skill. Like that's undeniable. We are talented, we are skilled people, we are very intelligent. But when it comes to the business side of things, that's where we tend to slack off. That's what we tend to slack off. A lot of us don't, because we view doing the knowledge to the business side of things as boring. So that's how a lot of these other ethnic groups and a lot of these other cultures get one up on us, because we don't want to educate ourselves in the business realm, on the business side. We cool with just knowing how to do something, and that's how we end up working for these other folks, because we don't want to master the business side of things. We think it's too complicated. Man. If I throw an accounting book at somebody, man, they're gonna be like, I don't want to read that. But you need to read that. You need to know the basics of accounting. If I throw a market and research book at you, you're gonna be like, man, I don't want to read that. It's not entertaining enough. But you need to know. You know what I'm saying? You need to know why people buy. You need to know what drives people to make purchases. Like, you need to know these things. This is crucial information. We all need to know that. But if I give you a book on some of these subjects, you're gonna be like, man, I don't want to read that. You just want to cook. You just want to make the clothes. You just want to design the shoes. You just want to go train people. That's what you want to do, but you don't want to master the business side. And that's how we continue to fall short. In my humble opinion. They call it financial literacy, business savvy, things like that. We don't really want to educate ourselves in that realm. Business is layers and levels to that business acumen, the business knowledge. A lot of us don't want to dive too deeply into it because, again, like I said, we feel like it's boring. And some of it is. But at the end of the day, that's not what we're doing it for. It's almost like eating clean. Some of that healthy food is not the best tasting food, but that's not what we're doing it for. So some of the business knowledge, yeah, it's not the most entertaining, so to speak. It's entertaining to me, but it may not be entertaining to you. But it's necessary. It's what you need. You know what I'm saying? You need to know about tax deductions and tax write-offs. Yeah, that may not be fancy information. You may not be learning about the sun, moon, and stars, but you learning how to save money when you go into business for yourself. You learning how to be able to take a vacation and write that vacation off. You learning how to be able to purchase clothes, something that you already do, and write it off on your taxes because it's pertaining to your business. See, this is crucial information. You learning how to purchase a laptop and be able to write it off. You know what I'm saying? You learning how to register a vehicle under your business name and be able to write off the mileage and the insurance on that vehicle. Like, you learning these things. This is all crucial information. This is beneficial information. But you may initially look at it and be like, "Oh, that's boring. I don't want to read. I don't want to read about that. I don't want to read about tax laws. Man, them tax laws to save your life." That's how a lot of these wealthy folks get off and ain't paying no taxes. The laws are out here. The laws, literally, if you study the laws, man, literally, it's out here. When you are a small business owner, or when you are a business owner and an investor, man, it's a lot of listen. The laws work in your favor. Laws work in your favor. Big Smooth, peace, what's happening? Javis, peace, what's the word? K Cool, peace, what's happening? K Cool, exactly. Don't want to do it for yourself, definitely pay the professional after you thoroughly vet them out too. But even with paying the professional, I always inform people to at least know some of the basics. Like, you ain't got a master accountant, because it's a little too complicated. But at least know some of the basics, and that will prevent you from getting pimped. Because a lot of people hire these folks, like an accountant or something, they end up the accountant end up ripping them off for a lot of money simply because they didn't even know the basics. You know what I mean? So at least know the basics. At least know certain things to look for that will let you know, hey, this person is taking money from you. Things like that. So learn the basics, and then boom, when you don't have any more time to dedicate to it, go ahead and hire the professional. But when it comes to the business side of things, man, at least learn the basics. If you know you're going to hire somebody to look over your money, learn the basics of what they are doing. So that's crucial. But definitely hire that professional, man, so you know whether or not you're getting gypped. Because I done seen plenty of people that hire people blindly and don't know anything about the basics. And I'm like, dang, I was like, they actually getting over on you. So when you know the basics, you already know, like, nah, you ain't finna get over on me on this. So then that way, you know the right person to hire. Okay, cool, for sure. The good kid, you say, I can't trust no woman. You can't trust no woman and no man until proven otherwise. So I don't think that just applies to women, man. You know what I'm saying? That applies to everybody. I'm not just gonna blindly trust anybody. That's pretty much earned. You know what I'm saying? Depending on, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much earned, not depending on the person, but that's something that's earned. I'm not blindly trusting any man. I'm not blindly trusting any woman, you know? So that's something that trust is something that has to be earned, no matter who it is, you know? Like I said, I done had men backstab me. I done had women backstab me, you know? I done had men not backstab me, and I done had women not backstab me, you know? So, hey, but yeah, man, we got to step up that business acumen, man. We got to master that side of things, man. I'm actually in the process of just like shifting some of the content more toward that avenue, man, because I feel like I got a lot of information to add on in regards to the business realm of things. Like I said, like y'all know, man, that's actually something I'm qualified to talk about. Um, and I just feel like it's an area where we slack, man. Like we slack. It's like when you try to talk business with a lot of black, we slacking. We just slacking, man. You know what I'm saying? We slacking big time. We slacking, especially something like marketing. You know, a lot of people not hip to marketing. You know, certain subjects, man. A lot of subjects within the business realm, within the business sector, a lot of people ain't really hip. You know, so I feel like, man, you give more black people this knowledge, it's gonna build up the confidence and the esteem for more black people to go out and do their own thing. Because a lot of people, they have this fear, you know, and a lot of fear stems from lack of understanding. So when you give folks the understanding, and the understanding comes from the knowledge and wisdom being combined. So when you give people that understanding, then that eradicates the fear. You know, so a lot of people have this fear of going out doing their own thing because they lack the knowledge and the wisdom. So when you supply them with that knowledge and wisdom, now they have gained an understanding in regards to what they need to do. The fear is gone. So I feel like that's something that we need to build on more, especially in the black community. Just business acumen, becoming more business savvy, even just developing the right attitude. You know what I'm saying? The right mindset. You know, we just be having a terrible mindset, and that's another reason why like a lot of our endeavors just don't go the way that we want them to go. You got to have the right mindset. You got to have the right mentality, man. How you gonna branch off and do your own thing, but you always negative? Like, dude, your business won't succeed if you always negative, yo. You know, I don't care how good you are at that craft, man. Like, if your mentality is trash, like your business is not going to succeed. Like people not gonna want to deal with you if your attitude is garbage. You know what I mean? So like if you got a garbage attitude and people got to deal directly with you for this service, like people not gonna be tolerating that. You'll find out quick, man. A lot of people are big on customer service. A lot of people are big on how they are treated. Man, people will go deal with a mediocre product if the service is nice, opposed to a top-notch product with bad customer service. I've been there, done that. It like if your service is top-notch, but like your customer service skills are garbage, like I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm not gonna deal with that at all. I go some like I sacrifice. I'll make a sacrifice. I'm like, all right, I deal with this mediocre service, but the customer service is great. I refuse to deal with somebody that don't know how to treat people. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm treating you with respect. When you don't value my time and things like that, like, nah, we have a problem. I don't care how good you are at what you do. You know, I'm moving on. I'm not gonna deal with that. You disrespecting my time. You disrespecting me as a person. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna take my talents. I'm gonna take my skills elsewhere. Point blank. You know. So we gotta learn the ins and outs, man. We gotta learn how to communicate effectively. You know, we gotta learn why people do what they do. You know, why people make the purchases that they make. Like this type of science is deep. Like I said, I always talk about the unconscious and the subconscious. Like that's the reason why you make every purchase that you make. Every purchase that you make, for the most part, 95% of the time, 90% of the time, is driven by your unconscious mind. Meaning you are not consciously making these decisions. This is marketing science, but a lot of people don't know that. So a lot of people, man, if they going in business, a lot of black people, if they going in business, they think they need to tap into they think people are making conscious decisions. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they are doing. So you trying to target the conscious mind. You trying to come with logic. You trying to come with facts. You trying to come with statistics. That's not going to do it. Because that conscious mind that deals with the logic, that deals with the facts, that's not the mind that's responsible for the purchase. The unconscious mind, the emotions. That's why when they create these ads and they create these commercials, they trying to tap into your emotions. I know y'all have seen it plenty of times. Y'all have seen a commercial for a product where the commercial ain't really have anything to do with the product, but it was like an emotional appeal to it. It was an emotional appeal, man. They brought a dog, they brought a pet into the mix, man. That pet, that dog had nothing to do with the product, but it was the emotional appeal. That's the unconscious, man. That's what they tapping into. But most people, like they going into business, they not knowing that. Like they not knowing that. I'm telling y'all, man, it's a whole deep science in regards to why we do what we do. And it's all dealing with the subconscious. Again, none of these big corporations are targeting your conscious mind. And that's the mind that you think is making decisions. Nope. Nope. Like none of these major corporations are trying to study your conscious mind. They not trying to target your conscious mind. I'm telling you, none of them. Not one. They are not doing that. They trying to figure like they tap it into your emotions. That's why they logo has certain colors on it. Again, that's why you walk past a certain store and it has a certain scent. They have a certain aroma coming out of the store. That's all unconscious. You walking into that store, you don't even realize why you did it. It's because the aroma, it's the scent it's the scent, it's the color, it's the product placement. They gonna if I place my product here, more than likely they likely to purchase my product if it's right here opposed to down here. This is all unconscious. If my wrapper has these colors on it, people are more likely to look at it. It's all unconscious. It's all unconscious. And that's the reason behind all of your purchases that you make. So again, if you looking to go into business for yourself as a black person, understand the subconscious. Don't deal with the conscious. Master the subconscious. Study the subconscious mind. Study the unconscious mind, whatever you want to call it. That's the mind that you study. That's the mind that you master. That is how you will succeed in business when you learn how to tap into that mind. When you learn how to market to that mind. You know, this is the type of stuff that's important. It's very important. You know, again, that's why a lot of these businesses they fail. The marketing is not up to par. The marketing is not up to par, man. So marketing is everything, man. If you're looking to go into business, man, you have got to know marketing. You have got to know marketing in some aspect. You have got to know how to market. Got to know how to market your service. Got to know how to market your product. Got to know how to market yourself. It's important. 4 elements. Peace. What's happening? So you cannot be afraid. Like I said, if you are afraid to get out there and market, then that's like we said, go hire somebody to do that for you. It's a lot of people with these marketing companies, these social media marketing companies, and all that type of stuff, man. Mellow Bob, peace. What's happening? So again, we gotta raise the business acumen. We gotta elevate the mind from the business standpoint. That's one of the next stages to our development as a people, man. Elevate business wise, becoming more business savvy. This is important. Again, the skills, the talent, that's always gonna be there. The intelligence, that's gonna always be there. But if we don't know how to operate business wise, we gonna fail. Like I don't care how much you know, I don't care how much you know how to do, I don't care how good you are at what you do. If you don't master the art of business, you always gonna be working for somebody else and making them richer. Dial four, you say, can you mix avocado with bell pepper? Yes, you can. The Mario for sure. You know, and I could talk about marketing all day. I mean, I could talk about business all day, man. Business is very important. Like I said, very important, man. We cannot continue to sleep on the importance of it, man. I need to see, listen, I'm on a mission, man. Again, y'all know I'm on a mission to see a lot of my people get healthy. That's a given. But I'm also on a mission to see more of my people become owners, you know? And again, when we talking about ownership, When we're talking about becoming self-sufficient, that's not necessarily meaning you have to actually own or oversee a business. You know what I mean? Like you master investing, that's self-sufficiency. When you have collectibles, assets, that's you becoming self-sufficient. So if you have things that you collect that accumulate value over time, guess what? You are becoming self-sufficient. So a lot of people hear us talk about bossing up, ownership. Man, that don't mean you gotta oversee a business. That don't mean you gotta be like a business owner per se. Man, you can learn, you can master investing, like they day trade, all of this type of stuff, man. You can collect items, assets, man. Come on now. You can create products, you can create service, like you can do a lot of things, man. You can do a lot of things, man. Resell, like man, it's a lot of things that people do out here, man. It's a lot of things that people do without them having to actually own a business, and they are self-sufficient. Mellow Bob, man, that was actually that was one of my endeavors. It was one or two things I was gonna do to remove myself from corporate America. I was either gonna do what I'm already doing, which is the gym, or I was gonna start like a marketing firm, like a small marketing firm, and do marketing on it, like not even on the side, but do it full time, like social media marketing and SEO and things like that. Like I was gonna do that on the side. I'm not in the hire for it currently, but hey, who knows? In the future, I may pursue that, because that's actually one of my passions, man, to just help people, especially like small black businesses, man, and black entrepreneurs, up and coming, man, just help them get exposure and master the art of marketing. Seriously, man, I love to see it, man. I love to see people get that exposure. You know what I mean? Like I love to see it. I love to see the small business grow. You know, I love to see the person that, all right, boom, you see them start basically from nothing, and now they here. Like we love to see it. To Rizzo for sure. Chaos Peace, what's happening? Lindell Peace, what's the word? Mellow Bob, yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna do. It was not really consultation. I was just gonna be like, I oversee like your Facebook page, like your business page on Facebook or something like that, and run ads and post content and things like that. Like I was gonna be doing things like that, or due to like the market research and things like I was about to take a lot of different avenues with that, a lot of different routes. Douglas, peace, what's happening? So yeah, man, I just want to see more of us become owners, become self-sufficient, liberate ourselves, man. Because again, I feel like one of the things that we need more of when it comes to liberating ourselves is time, and the only way to really free up our time, man, is to become owners. Because when you are an owner, when you have these assets, these things that's accumulating value, you able to buy up more time, so you can afford yourself more time to just enjoy life, get your health in order. You know what I'm saying? You able to do that. You're able to say, all right, man, I'm gonna chill out for a week. I got these assets that's accumulating value, so I'm gonna chill out for a week, man, and I'm gonna go out there in nature. I'm gonna get my health in order, get this vitamin D up, just chill out, relax, recharge, recalibrate, reset, whatever the case may be. But when we spending our time slaving for these other folks, man, we got to be asking for permission. We lack control. Like if you want to take some time off and you ain't really got no seniority, no pull, and somebody else got that week off, man, you can't even take the week off. Things like that. Like, man, we don't have time for that. So we need more control over our time. And one of the best ways to get it, ownership. Ownership, man. We need to exercise more ownership. And that's just what it is. Like that's just a fact. Like nobody that's black can deny that. Like we need to exercise more ownership. That's just the reality of the situation. Anybody that's trying to argue that is in denial, man. We don't own nowhere near enough in this country that we built. You know, four elements for sure. That's what I'm saying. Time is crucial, and we definitely do not have enough of it, man. People out here working 4 or 5 jobs, man, just to keep the lights on type deal. Like that's it. Like that's sick, man. And I'm talking 4 or 5 jobs, you working for corporations that don't care about you. Like, man, we don't have time for that, man. We gotta start putting that energy towards something that we really something of our own. Like we gotta start distributing that energy towards our own. Like seriously. Like for real, 3, 4 jobs and like we still struggling, that's not cool. Like that shouldn't even be a reality. But yet it is. You know, 3 or 4 jobs and we still struggling. That should be criminal. You know what I'm saying? So again, when you do your own thing, man, you able to set your own price. You able to charge what you worth. You know, so you can eliminate a lot of that struggling, man. Again, it's gonna take time initially to build it up, but eventually you're gonna get to that point. Eventually you're gonna get to that point. So again, man, I'm not about to be working 3 or 4 jobs for these corporations, and neither job is paying me what I'm truly worth, and I'm still out here struggling. Like, nah, man, nah. Mellow by for sure. I ain't doing it. I might get one of those jobs, my blood, sweat, and tears, but best believe the other 2 or 3 sources gonna come from me. Like best believe that. I'm not finna nah. Like best believe that. That's the way that's gonna work. But y'all, with that being said, man, I hit my hour mark. This is a pretty good build. Like I said, man, I'm getting, I'm in a business mode right now, man. I'm in that business mode, that motivational mode. You know, it's time for us to like stop being lazy as a people, man. We just late, we getting real lazy out here. You know, real lazy. It's time for us to stop being lazy, man. We just sitting around, we complaining, we moping, and it's just all type of just negative energy, just depressed energy, just sad energy, all of that, man. We gotta kill that. And a lot of this is stemming from laziness, man. We just gotta get up, man. We gotta get active. You know, if we want our circumstances to change, man, we gotta change them. They ain't nobody else gonna change it for us. They're not gonna give us no reparations. Like none of this is happening. You know, so if we want to see our conditions change, we the ones that gotta change the condition. The only way to change those conditions is to go out here and put in some work. You know, so that's what we got to do, man. We got to stop being lazy. We got to put things into motion. That's the only way that anything is going to change for us. So again, if you are in a situation right now, if you are in a situation right now, you're not too fond of that situation and you want to change it, get up and change it. That's the only way it's going to change. You got to get up and change it. Complaining about it ain't going to change it. You know what I'm saying? Being sad about it ain't going to change it. Being depressed about it ain't going to change it. Point blank. The only thing that's going to change is you getting up to change it. Seriously. So whatever your situation is right now, like I said, if you're not too fond about it, change it. Seriously. Don't tell me something is easier said than done either. Don't nobody care about something being easy or difficult. Fact of the matter is, if you want to change, you just gotta put in the work to change it. It might be easy, it might be hard, but so what? Just put in that work and make it happen, man. I'm tired of seeing my people complaining. I'm tired of seeing my people sitting around being lazy, man. A lot of this stuff, man, can easily be changed if we just get up and move and do something. Learn something and implement what you learn. It is what it is, man. That's what we need to be doing. But man, I appreciate the donations. I appreciate the comments, man. It's always love. It's always peace. I'm gonna try to tap in again with y'all tomorrow, man. I feel like I'm on a roll again with the streams, with the videos. If not, though, I definitely tap in with y'all one of the days during the weekend. But I'm gonna try to tap in tomorrow, man. But y'all be easy, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Thursday. I'm out, y'all. Peace.